Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to 2A News Now, and I really appreciate you taking your time tuning into my video. There's been another temporary injunction issued against the ATF's pistol brace ruling. This one coming out of the United States District Court, Northern District of Texas, the Dallas Division. Unfortunately, this is only for the plaintiffs that were listed on the lawsuit, but it's still a win, and that's 2 injunctions this week. And it's only 2 pages long, so let's take a look at it. Before the court is plaintiff's motion for preliminary injunction. Plaintiffs are 2 individuals who use handguns with arm braces, a Second Amendment nonprofit, and a manufacturer of firearm parts and accessories. Defendants are the United States Department of Justice and Acting Attorney General of the United States, Jeffrey Rosen, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, and the ATF Acting Director, Regina Lombardo. The individual defendants are sued in their official capacities. Plaintiffs challenged the legality and constitutionality of the rule issued by the ATF. At a high level of generality, the rule at issue, factoring criteria for firearms with attached stabilizing braces, classifies handguns with attached arm braces as short-barreled rifles and imposes additional restrictions on their use. In the brief, plaintiffs argue the rule exceeds the agency's statutory authority, is arbitrary and capricious, violates the Second Amendment, is unconstitutionally vague, and cannot lawfully be given immediately effective. Plaintiffs seek preliminary injunction enjoining the DOJ and the ATF from enforcing the rule against them and postponing the rule until the conclusion of this case. Plaintiffs are not alone in their concerns regarding the rule. The court is aware of at least 2 other cases in the Northern District of Texas alone, where similar plaintiffs, handgun users, nonprofits, and/or firearms manufacturers are challenging the rule on identical or similar grounds. In one of these cases brought in the Fort Worth Division, Mock versus Garland, the court denied a substantially similar motion that asked the court to enjoin the DOJ and the ATF from enforcing the rule and postpone the rule. On review of that denial, an emergency motions panel for the United States Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit enjoined the rule pending expedited appellate review of the district court's decision. Unpublished order Mock versus Garland, the Fifth Circuit's preliminary injunction extended only to the plaintiffs in the case. Although the Fifth Circuit's order limited relief to the plaintiffs in the case, the court finds the same relief is appropriate here. As mentioned in the motion in Mock and the motion before the court are substantially similar. Both seek injunction enjoining enforcement of the rule because it violates the Administrative Procedure Act and the Second Amendment. And while the plaintiffs raised some arguments that were not raised in Mock, the resolution of that appeal will almost certainly affect, if not control, the court's decision on plaintiff's motion. For these reasons, the court grants in part the motion and issues a preliminary injunction as to plaintiffs in this case only, pending resolution of the expedited appeal in Mock versus Garland. Upon resolution of the appeal in Mock, the court will address the remaining relief plaintiffs' request in their motion. If necessary, the court will order additional briefing at this time. So ordered, signed May 25th, 2023, Jane J. Boyle, United States District Judge. So there you have it, another temporary injunction against the ATF's pistol brace ruling. And although it's just for the plaintiffs listed in the lawsuit, it does show that there are judges that rule with the Constitution and the Second Amendment. And even though it's getting really close for this ruling to go into effect, hopefully we can get another judge or other judges to rule in favor of all of us. As always, I would really like to hear your thoughts about the story in the comment section down below. And I appreciate everybody's support by liking, sharing, and subscribing and hitting those post notifications. It's greatly appreciated, and it really does help the channel grow, and I invite everybody back to see my next video.